The sheep industry requires a solution as a forage, and that's why we developed Lanza Tedera to provide an alternative to hand feeding and an alternative to keep finishing animals at the end of the season. Lanza Tedera is a perennial forage legume that has been collected from the Canary Islands and bred here in Australia for Australian conditions. Lanza Tedera is a very drought-tolerant plant that remains green during the summertime, and that makes it quite unique to use in our environments.
From a producer perspective, particularly in WA, that summer-autumn feed gap is a time where producers often have to supplement animals, so they run out of pasture feed base at a particular time of year. So supplementing animals is obviously costly, so if we can find species that can remain green and give have a good nutrient content, it's just another tool in the toolbox for farmers to be able to have or utilise during that time.
In these Mediterranean climates that you have several months with very little rain, it's very difficult to get plants that will be able to hold the leaves and remain green during the summertime, and that is what Lanza is able to do. So it will be at the end of the summer and autumn an alternative to hay and lupin or other grains.
Most seasons are pretty challenging come that February, March. When the feeds run out, this Lanza should be able to provide that green bridge which the sheep can put weight on, and gets you through without having to use grain to feed the sheep. It costs a lot of money to feed lupins and grain, whereas if you've got this growing in the paddock and some of the stuff that Daniel's done with sheep and trials, it certainly will help us get sheep off a lot quicker to market, because it's providing that constant nutritional source for the animals.
Projects like this absolutely important to help the industry. We need to have collaborative partners in order to invest, and also to bring researchers together, different skill sets, different areas, all to drive producer needs in order to take something from an idea or concept that has come from producers to take it right through to the end. It's a long time, and you need that collaborative approach to be able to have this sort of success story.
The Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development has expertise in many areas, from animal production, pathology, physiology, plant breeding, agronomy, and all of that come together to develop Lanza Tedera. The department has the capacity to bring together people with many areas of expertise, and all working together for a long period of time, they can achieve really good things, and Lanza Tedera is an example of this kind of work.